Hey everybody, it's Jeff with the House of Garb, and in today's video I want to kind of go over some heat transfer vinyl like this stuff and layering it. So, you know, a lot of us do it differently. I won't say that there's a wrong way to do it. I mean, I'm sure there's ways that just don't work, but in today's video I'm going to show you how I layer vinyl. And I'm talking about when you have a base layer and you want to put a shape on top of another shape. Some people just like to layer the vinyl right on top of the other vinyl. Some people like to cut out a piece that goes in and kind of, you know, like a puzzle piece. Like you cut the shape out that's going to be this shape and just place it right on the hole. Not saying there's any right or wrong way to do it. I'm going to show you a method that has worked for me for a while. When you're going to take one shape and put it on top of another shape using heat transfer vinyl. Stay tuned and let's go down to Adobe Illustrator and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we are in Adobe Illustrator, and I'm gonna kind of show you what we're doing here with layering the vinyl. So I've got a couple objects here. I've got 3 letters that I actually turned into objects, and then I've got 3 black circles. So let's go ahead and place the letters on top of the black circles. Like I said, this is just a test. We're just testing to see how layering vinyl works and what is the best method for layering vinyl. So when I say best method, I don't mean this is going to work for every application, but for most applications where you're layering one shape on top of another with vinyl, you can kind of see, you know, what will work best. So I'm not saying it, you know, this is the way you have to do it every time. So anyway, let's start with the A. The A, I'm gonna, well actually, you know what, we'll go to the A last. Let's do the B. I have a reason for that. With the B, we're gonna leave it as is, just the way it is. You got the red vinyl on top of the black vinyl. That's the way it is. With the C, we're gonna highlight the C, go to Edit, Copy. All right, and then we're going to select both objects. We're going to go into our Pathfinder. We're going to select this right here, this minus front. So now it's one object. I just cut the C out. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and edit, paste in place, if I can find it. All right, paste in place. Boom, puts it right back. So that's how we'll do that one. The A, we're going to do the same thing as we did with the C. Copy. Select both objects. Go to my Pathfinder, if I can find it. There it is. I'm going to minus the front. Boom. And then paste in place, just like we did with the C. The only thing we're going to do different here is we're going to add a stroke. So let's add a red stroke. It's probably not going to be the same color, knowing me. And let's make it a 3-point stroke. That looks good. 3-point stroke. Okay. And now we have to go into Object, Expand. We're going to expand the stroke on the A. So we're going to go ahead and expand both the fill and the stroke. Just like that. Go back to Pathfinder and we're going to unite everything in the A. So what we did there is the A is a little larger than the cutout, as you can see there. So let's go up top, let's cut these out, and let's go ahead and press them on a junk shirt just to kind of show you the results. Now it's time for the speed weed. Okay, I'm back. So now that we've done everything in Illustrator and we've cut the vinyl out and we've weeded it, I went ahead and I grabbed just a junk shirt. It's a misprint. So anyway, I'm going to throw this in the press, in the heat press. Like I said, it's just a junk shirt, so I really don't care. We're just going to throw the vinyl on it. Make sure you check your settings before you start. I've obviously had a press pillow in here. There we go. Again, I'm not real worried about it. This isn't a live job. Normally I would test the actual pressure, but it doesn't matter right now. So I've got that in there, and I've cut out my little black ones, and I cut out my red ones. So if you remember, letter A is the one that I cut out. So I cut out to go right on the other A. Well, I guess it goes this way. So the A was the one that was cut out, but I actually added a stroke to it to make the letter, the red letter, larger than the cutout. B was the one where there was no cutout. Now you can see it a little better. B has no cutout. And C was just cut out where the letter is the exact same size as the vinyl that it's going into. So let's go ahead and apply the black. Just throw this on here. Again, I literally just turned on my heat press. Don't worry about time and temperature. I know I have it at last thing I did with this was vinyl, so I know I'm probably pretty close to my right settings. Always check your time and temperature settings according to the manufacturer of the vinyl you're using. Don't just assume. Alright, so there's the black. I'm going to go ahead and throw that on there. And I'm going to show you what I have. So what I got now is that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the letters onto the shirt. So I got these letters here that I want to apply on top of this vinyl. Like I said, with letter B, you can just kind of stick it right on there, right? Which isn't a problem, but the more layers you put on there, the bulkier it gets. And from what I've found out myself is vinyl normally sticks better when it's actually on fabric. It'll last pretty much the life of the garment. You won't have any problems as long as you use the proper time and temperature settings and pressure settings on your vinyl. It will last a lot longer if it's applied to the shirt. So that's why on C we cut it out so the C would go directly on the shirt. Now as you see, no pun intended, when I do that, vinyl, when it heats up, tends to shrink and expand, and it changes form slightly. I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but on this C, I'm getting a little bit of white. It's not fitting perfectly in that shape. So it makes the garment look not as good, you know? That is the reasoning why I did what I did with the A. So when what the heck is that? Okay. So when I, put that stroke around the A, it gives me a little bit more room to work with when layering. So I'm going to show you this up close so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So if you can see on the C, where you're getting a little bit of white kind of peeking out, and you can try to work with it and do your best to make that work, but a lot of times it just makes life very difficult for you as a decorator. Layering the vinyl right on top of itself, no big deal, but I I can't say it enough that when I layer vinyl directly on top of vinyl, it's not, the vinyl's not sticking directly to the garment, so it's probably not going to last as long as the vinyl that's stuck right to the shirt. Now as you can see with the A looks really good. The A, you won't see any white peeking through. All the vinyl is pretty much all one layer of vinyl, according, you know, from the shirt. So it's a nice, it's not real thick and bulky. The more layers you put on the shirt of vinyl, it starts to get real thick and stiff. And that's what we're gonna get with the B. Now we have 2 layers of vinyl on top of the shirt, and it's gonna be like a sticker. It's not gonna feel as good. So to me, I feel like the A will work a little better. Let's go ahead and apply this. Now I will say I did do something wrong, and I actually just realized I did it. Normally when you do layers of vinyl, the first layer that you put down, you tack it down for like 3 seconds. And I didn't do that here. I just wasn't thinking. I've just really put this video together pretty crappy. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say in this video. Just the concept is, yeah, you would tack your first layer down about 3 seconds. That keeps the heat from manipulating the vinyl to where it shrinks and expands and, you know, changes form. And that's where you have that problem, like with the letter C, where you could actually see parts of the shirt coming through, is from it changing shape. So if you tack down your first layer, you know, if you got 3 layers, you would tack down your first 2 layers, and you'll do layer 1, tack it down, layer 2, tack it down. Always on your final color, or your final layer, that's the one you press down, you know, for the final amount. So anyway, let's go ahead and press this down. And I'm sorry for not doing that before. I just realized I didn't do that. Alright, so here we go. On our final press, you be the judge. Go ahead and tell me in the comments what you think. Let's see if we can get a little focus there. I'll turn this light on so you can see a little better. There we go. So you be the judge. Which one do you like? A, B, or C? A is the one where we added a stroke. B is vinyl right on top of vinyl. And C is just like A but without the stroke. And you can see with the C, you can see the shirt peeking through. My preference is A, but like I said, and you know, we're all decorators here. It's kind of like an art form. There's no real wrong way to do it. It's just all in, you know, what you prefer. I prefer the A. The A to me looks the way it should. I used to do it with the way C was, and I just kept getting the shirt peeking through, and I felt like, you know, if I had multiple shapes, I was having to cut each individual shape out and apply it, even though it's all the same color, because it was all twisted and manipulated, and I really struggled to get the, you know, to not have the shirt peeking through on the edges. You know, and B, I did when I first started, but again, it has this like bulkiness to it. If you get more than 2 layers on there, it starts to get really bulky. And from what I've seen, when I layer vinyl on top of vinyl, it doesn't tend to stay stuck as well as it does when it's stuck to the shirt. So I like it with letter A. Alright guys, well, I think we've come to the end of this video, and like I said before, you know, in the comments, tell me which one you prefer, A, B, or C. A is the one where we added the stroke. It was like a 3-point stroke around the A to get it to overlap the black where it was cut out. B was just vinyl on top of vinyl, and C was where we cut out the letter to fit into the little hole that we cut out on the black. But we had some problems, didn't we? Yes, we did. That's what happens when you heat things up. They change shape. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, which I'm trying to put out a little more, please subscribe, hitting that button below. that button down there. And I'll give you guys 2 thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy your day. This is House of Garb, signing out.